Hello, good people. Hello, and welcome back to another car conversation. I just wanted to talk really briefly about what's transpired or what's happening in the Supreme Court in regards to this presidents having complete and absolute immunity conversation or debate. I wanted to talk about this for just a moment because I don't think that a lot of people are grasping the seriousness of where we are right now in this country. So right now, the Supreme Court, last week, the Supreme Court was having discussion and conversation in regards to 45 believing that he or all presidents should have complete, absolute immunity from anything they do in that role. Okay? So instead of the Supreme Court saying, basically, get the fuck out of here. We've been fine for over 200 years. We don't, until nobody has bought this up. It hasn't been a question because people that go into the presidency, most of them have not tried to be a damn rogue, narcissistic sociopath and do whatever the hell they want. But this Supreme Court is actually entertaining this conversation. It's literally like 45 said, I can shoot somebody on, which he did say this, I can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and still get votes or still get away with it. Right? You all remember that. The Supreme Court right now is having discussions and debate about how they can make it so. That's literally what's happening right now. 45 said I can go on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and get away with it, still receive votes. And the Supreme Court, the conservative, overwhelmingly conservative Supreme Court, is entertaining debates and trying to figure out how they can make it so. Now, it's not all of the justices on the Supreme Court, but you know the ones. You know the ones. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Amy Coney Barrett isn't over with them. Doesn't seem like she's over there with her fellow conservatives, but y'all, literally our Supreme Court is having debate and conversations about something they should have said, this is some bullshit, and sent it right back down to the lower court. All these conservatives that say, oh, we're constitutionalists, we go by the Constitution. What happened with all that? So now that 45 has a question about absolute immunity, you want to question whether or not presidents should have this. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. The one thing I can tell you that I have made sense of throughout all of these dealings with the Supreme Court and them overturning Roe, etc., is that we have to expand the court. And in order for us to expand the court, or Congress to expand the court, we have to give Joe Biden the House and the Senate. So we got to take back the House. But the Supreme Court cannot stay as is. We, America, we will not survive the Supreme Court as it is. Our democracy will not survive the Supreme Court as it is. So we must maintain the White House, and we must take back the House. And then once that's done, Congress must expand the court. No exceptions. They must. We've seen enough. We've seen enough to know that the court must be expanded.